Now, The Monuments Men tells a very different tale from what we're used to hearing about World War II. Rather than focusing on the larger war, it focuses on something smaller, yet kind of representing the war itself. There are certain artisans from around the world who are basically hired to protect art that the Germans are hoping to destroy. And this, in a way, is kind of a way of holding on to one's culture, to one's history and everything. And I thought it was a very interesting idea to present this in terms of a film, at least. But the film in general, while the idea is presented well, doesn't offer up as much as I had hoped. The film definitely boasts a lovely visual style to it. The cinematography is, of course, great. It boasts great production, a great ensemble cast, with great performances, of course. But the issue is all of these elements might stand out individually, but they never end up serving the true purpose of the film. This simple story of these few almost unsung underdog-like heroes trying to do something small in a way. Like, let me give the example of the score. The score does work at times, but it's your very typical cliched army military war kind of score. And the thing is, all these elements stand out individually, but never work in tandem with one another. It almost makes the film feel a little loose in a way, in the sense that there's no tightness or crispness to much of what's going on. The problem is, a lot of what you see you just take and accept, but at the end of the day, you don't end up feeling the entire bit of cohesiveness and a great flow to the film. The thing is, it's retelling a series of events, which, of course, is interesting to see. It's a very noble series of events, to say the least. But there are times where you don't feel the connective tissue which could have been brought out through these elements, which could have been brought out through certain lines of dialogue, through certain emotions displayed by characters. That's the thing. The characters don't ultimately display enough emotion in order for you to kind of be connected with the story and follow the journey that they're going on. Therefore, you feel almost a bit lost while this is going on at times, and you just sit there and you kind of accept things at face value. The thing is, the more and more I think about the film, the more and more I realize that it has this temporary state of emotional value where certain moments throughout the film are really heightened and almost over heightened to a certain extent, where the music rises and a character gives a particularly interesting bit of dialogue, but you realize that that's merely in the moment where you feel a certain emotion. The problem is, they try to make it represent the entire film, which is just not the case. And the more and more I think about The Monuments Men, the more and more I realize that in a way it has moments that stick out, but these moments are merely peppered here and there throughout the film, minimally almost, and I think about it more and more, and I realize that the film doesn't deliver all that much. The Monuments Men seems to be a case where the aggregate sum is actually less than the individual elements. It's unfortunate. It was something I was looking forward to, but yet, the tale that it tells is something I cannot deny, and certain bits of presentation I really did like. Nonetheless, I'm gonna give the film a no.